R&B money. We up. Tank. Jay Valentine. We are the authorities on all things R&B.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tank.
I'm Jay Valentine.
And this is the R&B Money Podcast.
What? Say it again. What's the name of it?
The R&B Money
Yeah.
Podcast.
A lot of money. Whole lot of money.
Whole lot of money.
It's in the
The
building.
authority on all things
Yeah.
R&B. Ooh.
You see me weaving.
Ooh,
Yeah.
they've been waiting.
Yeah.
They've been wanting.
Ooh, they've been in the comments.
They've been
Ooh.
salivating.
Can we get a two-part?
Huh?
They've been in the comments. baby.
Where is he?
Yeah.
When we gon' see he? Huh? Is he coming to see you? We got a man in the building. My God.
Who we got in the
My God. We have one of the greatest talents our generation has ever seen.
One of them.
We have one of them. The boy loves to call himself Chocolate. That's what he let him call himself. He let us shout out to the ladies. How many ladies want this chocolate? That's what he says. The man has grossed over $1 billion at the box office.
10 billion.
$10 billion
Oh, the floss is here.
at the box office.
9 short.
They want to see him all the time.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise
Make some
for
noise.
my brother, Tyrese. Yes, sir. Tyrese.
2 octaves.
Yeah, we went.
So you told me you had a disclaimer.
Oh, yeah.
You
I
wanna-
just, first of all, I'm so happy to be here, man.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite shows that I ain't been on yet. This is for real, man. I'm so happy for y'all. I just want to put y'all at ease real quick. Okay. If you sensitive, don't watch this. If you don't do well with tough topics and people being raw and unfiltered, just go look at something. There's so much shit going on social media. Just swipe and keep going.
Talk to him.
We about to unpack this R&B conversation. We about to talk about whatever it is we thinking and feeling. I feel safe here.
Yeah.
These are my brothers. I might drop a tear or two. I do have a scheduled tear. Let me see. Got a scheduled tear at 3:45. So 3:45. If you tune around, you stick around at 3:45. That scheduled tear is coming. Okay. But I'm happy to be here, man. But if you sensitive, man, be in your feelings about grown men having conversations about real shit, just go away, man. But it's about to get real.
First
I'm
of all,
honored to be here, sir.
Flowers to you, my brother.
Man.
Thank you.
Flowers to you, my brother. We all know what this is. And 98 when we met, and I had to vocally kick your ass.
Oh, wow. We started off like that. He said raw and unfiltered. Hey, you the fucking lie.
I had to vocally
Get some of them ribs.
give you some of them things right there.
Pity pat.
But you've been at a high level ever since. Ever since. That is not easy. That is unheard of. So flowers for continuing to be great
Thank you, sir.
and representing for the culture
Appreciate it.
the right way. And now let's get into the wrong way.
The wrong way. Jay is like, I've never seen this side
Why
of
did
him.
you break up TGT?
Shit.
Let's get it.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Okay, first of all,
Listen,
Oh, my God, here we go.
Here's another disclaimer. Our liaison, the TGT liaison, the guy who everybody felt comfortable having the tough conversation.
Our therapist.
Yeah, our therapist. He's here.
TGTJ.
He can vouch for all of this. All right?
TGTJ.
So back to you, my
I'm
brother.
going to chime in here and there. I'm going to let
What?
you guys do your thing, but I will
Damn.
chime in.
Okay, no. I won't say why did you break
my
up TGT.
God. Why did I break up TGT?
No,
That
no.
is a
It's-
that's a big.
It's a loaded question, but it's not fair. So let's go here. Mm-hmm. You walk into the office at Atlantic, and we're sitting down. The deal is done, and we're discussing percentages. And Tyrese says to us, "I feel that." But my market share. It's the first time a nigga had ever told me
What his market
what
share
his
was.
market share was.
'Cause that's all that matters in this shit. Your market share.
Hey, nigga didn't say I get more money than y'all. No, he said my market share is significantly more
He had just looked all that shit up.
than
I
you two
guarantee.
brothers. So I respect you. But it's not even because it's not even.
It can't be even.
We can't be even. Look at me.
Look
Now
at
look at you.
look at
And look
me.
at you.
And look at you.
And it was a tough conversation because I didn't like it. Okay? I didn't like
I
it.
had to see Tank go gulp.
You motherfucker.
What the fuck did he do? Gee, because I didn't even give neither one of them the heads up that I was going to present my market share.
Did
But
you
the
have graphs? Did you have a graph?
No, I didn't have no graph.
See, when you fuck around,
I'm coming up in there with schematics. I got a gauge.
My head hurts.
Okay,
already.
so no, I have to. First of all, I got to defend myself because we ain't finna be out here crazy. All right, without even getting into no numbers, because that ain't nobody's business. What the conversation was, because I don't do shows that often, concerts that often. When I finally do shows, rather I drop every year, every 5-6 years, I'm able to demand a certain number. And so Tank was getting his number, G was getting his number. Now, if music was the only thing I did, then all of our numbers would probably look the same because there's no such thing as paying your bills and feeding your family without doing concerts when you're an artist. So everything about me doing movies became an accidental blessing, right? Because I'm doing these movies, I'm getting this money over here, so I don't gotta do 50, 60, 70 shows a year as far as concerts. So when I do my shows, I'm able to get the number that I feel like I deserve. And so the conversation was TGT, Genuine, Tank, Tyrese, how do we split it 3 ways? And for me, that just didn't work for me at the time. And so as we either signed the deal or was about to sign the deal, I just had to put that on the table and say, this is where I'm at with it. And that was it.
it's great
And-
timing.
Yeah, the
Before
timing.
we sign that,
Before we sign
Wait,
this.
hold on. Hold the pen.
hold a bit. Give us 2 minutes. I just want to discuss something with my brother.
Did that? You want custody of your kids or not? Okay.
It was a tough conversation.
Keith Sweat had the same conversation with LSG.
No. It was a tough conversation for 2 reasons. The first reason was because we actually didn't have an agreement when it came to that. Mm-hmm. And we just thought that since now we're a group, a new entity, it would all be fair amongst all of us.
3-way split.
3-way split. But then the 2 to that is that you were right. You were getting way more money per show to show up. You were getting more money than both of us combined to show up. So when Jaha came in, another numbers guy, guys, if you just move the percentages just right over here, then you move yours right over there and just dump that in
Everybody
there.
lands.
Everybody. I was like, all right. Genuine was like,
Fuming.
what?
Hey, it's 10 years later. G still ain't over.
You
G
talking,
is off the Hennessy right now
You
in his
talking
bowling
about
alley. He
hot?
mad
In his
now.
bowling alley.
you talk about hot.
Genuine has a bowling alley at his house.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
hot. So,
Yeah.
So we end up, you know what? It is what it is. Whatever. We move past that part. Here's the other part where it got tricky because I just want to keep getting into the tricky parts because they've seen us discuss it separately, but they've never seen us discuss it together.
All right.
I'm the music man. I am the Music Man, Jay. We had a production company making music. That's what we did, right, Jay?
We make music.
We make the music. Grammy nominated, #1 records. That's what we do. Tyrese don't write nothing. Tyrese don't produce nothing.
I think I just seen him on the internet arguing with somebody the other day about that. But you know what?
You understand? The Music Man is in the group. Okay? You just use your market share to negotiate us an amazing deal. You did your part. Now it's time for the Music Man to do his part.
I'm not Genuine working with Timbaland. I'm Timbaland.
And you won't get out of my way. We're gonna do a boot camp. We're gonna call 1,000 producers, 1,000 writers. I said, Reese, that's not how you make magic. That's how I make magic. I said, I get it, Reese, but you don't make music all the time. You know what I'm saying? But when I do make music, look what happens.
Look at what happened.
I said, look, market share.
Look at market share.
Look at him, Marcus.
Look at market.
Put a market share graph.
Y'all wish you would. I wish you would. I'm gonna file a complaint with the podcast community. You put a grab in front of me, it's over. And I remember you too. I'm gonna elbow your baggage claim.
And we proceed to make this album with a boot camp, with individual, sessions just all over the place.
R&B boot camp.
And you could tell by our text messages, if we ever pulled up that text chain from years ago.
Don't forget
There's a lot of violence.
Don't forget the Tyree
Volatile.
mails.
There's a lot
Don't
of
forget the
so
Tyree
listen,
mails.
there was violence within us,
Yes.
right? But what you would send to the label was equally as violent.
Yes.
At 4 in the
Aggressive.
morning.
At 4 in the morning, I was just thinking.
The start of the E. I was just thinking in the subject box.
You all are not going to. Why are you so difficult, man?
Hey man, listen, I have to just say, guys, truth be told, we got one shot at this thing, man.
Yeah.
We got one shot at this thing. And I'm gonna tell y'all, man, the old me was in this place of just being in disbelief about everything that had to do with anything. It doesn't matter what level people is on. I couldn't believe anything about anything that was going on in my life and my career. And so I'll never forget somebody said, there is humility and there's being too humble. And I said, what does that mean? They said, sometimes you could be so humble where you disappear in the room. You disappear in the deals. You disappear in negotiating what you really deserve. Don't be so grateful and so humble that this opportunity presents itself that you don't do whatever you got to do to make sure that business-wise, you don't take care of business. So once I shifted out of super humility, South Central LA, grateful, can't believe that anything is happening beyond the Coke commercial, deal #1 with the Tyrese album to deal #2, this whole time, I'm just like, yo, man, whatever y'all have in mind for me, it's all good. No. Don't ask for all that, man. We good with this. Everything about my thinking changed. And the moment that my thinking changed about me moving as a man that knows his value, his self-worth, and I'm not going to settle for whatever they're giving or whatever they're offering without having the audacity to either demand or bottom line and say, this is where we need to be. Mm-hmm. And so obviously, when you move that way, people are going to, not you, I'm not saying this to you or G, but people are going to project what they believe and think you deserve off onto you. Mm-hmm. And that's where the conflict is.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, as I pull up to your house and I'm seeing R&B Money Podcast, the court is there, the pool, wifey was right there, I waved at her, she cooking. You deserve this, Tank. Mm-hmm. You deserve this. I ain't been to Jay's crib yet, but you deserve this. And if you had settled for what they were willing to give, then we'd be in a very different situation. And that's my life.
Yeah.
Because I am overly aggressive about business, about deal terms, about what I feel like I deserve, and you got to demand it. And then when it's time to compromise because something is going to implode, you got to also watch the algorithm of deal making and negotiating and make sure that you end up with nothing because you allow it to get nasty pertaining to negotiating. So yeah, the reason I'm worth what I'm worth and I have what I have is because I decided to stay humble, meaning grateful, but don't be humble enough to where you disappear in the deals that you're doing. And that's the difference.
Well, you definitely didn't disappear.
But there's a lot of people that's done movies. They don't make what I make per movie. There's a lot of people doing shows and concerts. They don't make what I make per concert. There's a lot of people doing walkthroughs and hosting, doing whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
But they'll take pretty much whatever is offered.
Yeah.
And I got to shout out my big bro Vin Diesel, and I haven't made it to the $20 million club yet. I'm on my way. But I said to Vin around the time we first met when I did Fast Five, literally, I said, yo, man, how do you get into the $20 million club? Like how? There's only a few black people in this town that makes $20 million a movie. How do you get into the movie, to the club? He says, it's funny you should say that, Ty Boogie, is what he called me. He said, well, I got here from saying no more often than I say yes. My head fell off his shoulders, bloop, 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 down the mountain. And I'm saying, wow. He said, yeah, the package is expensive. He said, I don't always have to have the movie studio to pay for my private plane when I travel places. But the day that anybody in the industry know that I was willing to fly commercial, you fucking my bag up. I've created a standard for myself, and this is what it has to be. Even if I don't want a private plane. That's what everybody in the game is used to me traveling on, because that is the perceptions of my value that I've created for myself. So I can't go backwards. Sometimes I gotta wait an extra day and a half for a private plane to show up when I could have easily said I'm ready to go now and just go fly commercial. But it's gonna change the perception. Oh, he's willing to fly commercial. He's willing to accept this.
They're gonna spread the word.
Oh, absolutely.
No, we got him on a commercial flight one time.
Yeah, we
He'll do
flew.
it.
I mean, it was like $10,000. Put him on the plane. We didn't have to go Global Express, you know. So you create the standard, and that's the whole thing. You have to go into every situation and know this is who I am, this is what my value is, and this is what I believe I deserve. And then in the end, when the conflict of, yo, you doing too much, you going too far, but then both G and Tank became ultimately the beneficiaries of that bottom line for those moments that I had them, then we all able to pop champagne and have a good time, even though I don't drink.
I said thank you.
You did not say thank you.
It wasn't
You
always.
didn't say thank you for the photo, man.
It wasn't always a good time.
Okay. What do you mean?
My turn.
Oh, okay.
Let me say this before you say that.
All right.
Here's what I love. I love that you have a bottom line.
Yes.
I love that
And you
your
earned that.
self-worth is on. You cannot
One
move
thou
my,
wow.
you cannot move my needle.
Yeah.
Impossible.
But I'm not the only one at TGT, right? Is what you gonna say?
No.
Okay.
I think there comes a time where, because for me, you're my friend. And so a bottom line in business starts to feel like you're not just negotiating against me, but trying to make sure you're standing above me.
That's how it felt.
That's how it felt.
I
And we've had
apologize.
discussions.
I apologize.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we've had discussions, you know, and understanding each other. But that's, for me, where the feelings got weird. Because I'm like, this is my friend. And he's trying to make sure, or it felt like, he's trying to make sure that Tyrese is right here. His name is already first in the group.
Nobody knew that.
You knew that.
TGT could have been any T.
Who walks out on stage first?
I don't know. I don't know. Who used to walk out on stage first? I don't remember. Who walked out on stage, Jay?
Tyrese.
That's not true.
Yo, go, Jay. Get him.
Oh
So-
my God.
The business side of it,
Okay.
which obviously for me was, you got, and I've said this to both of you before, it was very much an internship for me. Coming from, because at this point I'm not managing Tank yet either.
Yeah.
So I'm coming from the creative side, but then I'm coming from the business world because I got some deals for people, and I had done consulting and that type of thing, but just not like full management, especially at you guys' level. So I was kind of thrown into it, which you all know. And for me, I never asked for money because I didn't feel like I should be paid for what I was doing just yet. This was me paying in my own mind, paying my own dues, and because I was able to write the records with it with y'all and for y'all for the project and be a part of that. So I'm like, nigga, I'm a part of it and I'm going to learn. And then it started to be like, shit. Okay, these are three of my friends individually, because I had known all three of you guys individually. I had worked with all y'all individually and together now. And me watching the friendships be affected by the business, it was tough for me at times. Because I'm like, fuck, man, like, and Tank will tell you, like, I've always been one of those people, and you know this too, though. I don't like for people that I'm cool with to have issues with each other.
Yeah.
Because I never want to be in a room where someone is speaking on somebody I fuck with. Because I'm going to be like, hey, man,
Yeah.
nah. You feel like that, call that man.
Yeah, but you were our
You know what I
safe
mean?
place, though, Jay.
I
all,
know.
all three of us.
But that's tough at times, though. You know what I'm saying? That's tough at times because I'm like, I hear all y'all, but shit, can y'all hear all y'all?
Yeah, great.
You know what
That's
I mean?
Great.
Like, I really wanted that. I wanted you guys to come together, even though, yeah, y'all in a group and we traveling together, but y'all still wasn't together until y'all had moments where y'all just had to all get on somebody. Then it was like, we together now. But other than that, this guy here, this guy there, this guy there.
Yeah. But that's expected. I have to chime in to say, if you can wrap it all up, the overall experience of TGT was three individual grown men, fathers, men that have been successful in their own right, their whole life, their whole career. Genuine has sold the most records of all three of us. Genuine's got more number ones than all three. I don't care if they 20, 30 years, it don't matter. They hits, records have been sold.
He actually doesn't have one number ones.
It's good. He doesn't have?
No, not anymore.
This nigga here.
So
See, this is the shit I had to deal with. You know? This is the
Hold on.
shit I had to
who's got the most number ones in this motherfucker right now?
Oh, man.
Okay, so
you good,
okay,
you
yeah,
good.
Tank's got the most number
you good,
ones.
you
And
good.
make sure. Sorry, that's I have to update my database. So trying to get three grown men who's been flying and moving and operating and functioning and been successful in their own right, doing it the way they do it,
Yeah.
and it's producing results. To try and put all three of us in one, that in itself is a recipe for disaster. Because if we were all singing,
That and Red Bulls.
no. If we were
5 hour
all
energy.
singing,
5 hour energy.
Oh, 5 hour energy.
yeah. If we're all singing, and we all are in a group, and this is our first time, doing it, then that's cool. But to be this successful in our own right individually, and then wait this late in the game for all three of us to link up and do it together, I don't wear that. I don't go about that like that.
Yeah.
I don't negotiate like that. I'm not agreeing to that. I go about making my album my way. You go about making your albums your way. G does it his way. So that in itself is a recipe for disaster, taking three grown alpha men and saying, let's all hold hands together and make believe we are, anything that's three-way. So it happened with LSG. I was just with Gerald Levert's daughter in Atlanta and heard so many stories about all of the stuff that they were dealing with the egos and personality, because they were all successful just like us. So I think, there's more stories to be told, but I think in general, none of us should actually be surprised
Yeah.
at any of the conflicts or moments of discomfort that took place, because we're all used to doing our own thing. And then now you're putting a square in a circle, trying to make it fit. And I'm just still proud of the ultimate outcome. I'm still proud of what we accomplished.
Absolutely.
You can't skip one song on this album,
Amazing.
Three Kings.
Amazing album.
And we robbed ourselves of the opportunity to tour and really maximize what it is. But I got some great news for you, Tank. And Jay. I got some great news to tell y'all right now.
Okay.
And I want to move on, TGT, okay? Because I don't want to do this shit for another 30 minutes. Because clearly the pre-interview came with, you asked him about this, and you asked him
No,
about that.
actually
I'm
not.
just fucking with you. I'm just fucking with you. I'm just fucking with you. I got some great news.
Okay.
Atlantic Records has officially agreed to sign TGT for a second album. Yeah. Congratulations. And you're mad at me. You're mad at me?
You're welcome.
You're mad at me.
That's it. He didn't.
Wow.
He didn't mean congratulations. He meant you're welcome.
I'm just gonna say this.
Wait,
I'm light skinned.
Y'all don't
I
seem
got
to
a
be
certain texture
wow,
of hair.
They're not
and
happy
my
about
name
this.
is not Genuine.
Okay,
So
edit
you
that.
can't make
Edit that out of
this.
Nope, it's in.
No, edit it out.
Nope, it's in. Nope,
You
it's in.
see how they responded to the good news?
No.
That's crazy to me.
No.
Pull that shit off the wall right
it's
there.
not the-
He skips.
Pull it off the wall.
He skips steps.
What did I skip?
Genuine. I'm not genuine. You can't have this conversation if that man is not here, brother.
Okay, so what does that mean? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong, Jay Valentine?
You didn't call G and have that conversation.
I didn't call
with
Tank
G,
either.
But Tank's here.
But
Are you happy or no? The fuck is going on? I feel, see, this is why we broke up already, cuz. I'm out of here.
he said, "Are you happy enough?" Listen,
You see what I'm saying?
you
I can't
skip-
do shit.
you skipped a step. Me and you have been back in stride again,
Wow.
brother.
Skip steps.
Wow.
Steps.
Wow.
Reese, we've been back in stride again.
This really just happened.
We've been having
I
these
thought this was
conversations.
gonna be cheers and clapter.
No, I mean,
clapter.
I got some
that
champagne in
what I
the
heard?
house.
It's not a word.
Is that a word? It's no clapter.
I got some champagne out. It's
Hey,
it's
hold on. You motherfuckers ain't happy either. Look at them. They like, yo, I see what you mean, Tank. Fuck you too, bearded man.
bearded man, dark bearded
These
man.
motherfuckers ain't happy either. This is ridiculous.
Reese.
So it's me against y'all.
Reese,
No.
no,
y'all.
no, Reese,
Five
it's,
of y'all.
It's this.
All right,
It's-
go ahead. It was tacky.
It would be
It was tacky.
it would be amazing news if
It's not amazing.
no. Listen, let me finish.
Go ahead.
It would be amazing news
This face.
if the conversation was, fellas,
He's staring into
I'm finna go into this office and I'm finna make a play. Are y'all ready to rock? And of course you was gonna get a yes from me. I already told you we should do it. But if you had that verbal yes from Genuine,
Look at Jay's face.
and then you walked in here and said, guys,
He's gay.
I did it. I pulled it off. Then we could celebrate. Right now, you just celebrate. So you want us to celebrate you getting a deal for a group that doesn't exist.
All right.
You got
Well, you know the good thing? We ain't signed nothing.
this guy.
And nothing has been negotiated. So maybe.
Oh,
maybe,
you've negotiated.
I have not.
Oh, you put a number out there.
I have not. That's my word.
They just know your floor. They know your floor, though. They
know my floor.
they know
my
your
bottom
floor.
line.
Hey man, look at this, man.
Okay. No.
TG
Okay. See, that was a moment.
No.
That's a moment. I appreciate that.
I love that.
learned.
I love that.
I learned something.
You knew that already.
Jay Valentine, literally, he left the room. He was out on the side of a mountain, gazing, daydreaming. We lost him for about 15 minutes because of me announcing
this is how it
TGT's
goes.
got a new deal.
This is how it
That
goes.
is unbelievable.
Can't have a deal without all
can't-
of the
there's no group.
letters.
You gotta put it
Okay, maybe I phrased it wrong. Can I get another shot?
No,
Just
man.
hey,
We're
I
moving
am an
on.
actor.
We're moving
I am
on.
an actor. Can
We
I
are
get a take
moving
two?
on.
We're calling Genuine.
Can I get a take two?
We're moving on.
We can't get a take two.
No.
I'm about to Tyler
fucked
Perry.
up.
We're done here. Let's move on.
Wow.
You
All right. Now, can I have a Jay Valentine moment and gaze off for a second?
I want to get in.
like.
I want to get into Tyrese
I just got them to agree to TTT.
The singer, the solo artist.
Nothing is signed. Nothing is negotiated.
When I first met you, Tyrese, we went to New York to work on some music. And went to the studio and just, got it cracking. And I was like, I gotta go, man. He's like, don't leave. And I was like, I gotta go. And he wouldn't let me leave. And he's like, you can stay with me. You know what I'm saying? At my spot. And we went to your spot. And I was like, what's that smell? I was like, is that your feet?
What the fuck, man?
I gotta get the fuck up.
This is the worst interview ever. Cancel this shit right now. Where's my publicist?
Hey, man. What year you meet Reese?
I needed that.
What year you
98.
I think me and Tyrese met in
Yo,
97.
man, I have clearly
Either
scarred
97,
niggas in
98.
real time, and I didn't know it.
Yo, you're
Bro,
you are a part of the
you are
journey.
part of my life,
Yeah.
my lineage, brother. I couldn't separate from you if I wanted to.
Yeah.
I want to get into you as the artist, man, because
What is that smell?
Come on, let's go back. Let's go back to Watson.
Let's give people an opportunity.
go
I
watch
want to
this.
go back to where.
Let's give people an opportunity to stop thinking about my feet. Okay.
Okay,
Can we
okay.
just-
I had to get him.
That was in '98.
These are jokes.
Toes is different.
yeah.
I washed my feet.
Yeah, he's clean.
pedicures. I could afford them now.
Board
you
of
know,
Health. You actually
everything.
built a spa.
He had a salon.
That's
Yeah,
what you do.
yeah,
You
yeah,
build
yeah,
stuff. We'll get to that.
You're building it now too.
Tell me
I told
why.
Jay if you piss me off today, I'm
You
make a
build
phone
something
call.
backyard.
No.
Tell me, and I know we've heard this. I know you've been able to tell this story on a few different forms, but give me the energy that you feel when you realize that you have a gift. When somebody points it out to you, or it just comes to you, and you're like, "Oh shit, I'm different."
It's been happening for me long before I got on.
Of course, yeah.
I was always the center of attention everywhere I went. I was always the class clown. There'd be no such thing as ever running into me when I was 7, 8, 9 years old and not remembering. I remember that kid, because that was just, I was always, as my mom, rest in peace, would say, I was always marked, I'm a marked man. And so, it's, now, here's the thing. Being special or believing that you're special or people saying that you're special, there's something about you, wasn't necessarily connected to talent that early on. There was no 9-year-old singing Tyrese. There was no 10-year-old actor. It never happened for me that early in the game. But as far as me just always being special, like I think Brandy Norwood, who I love, has been best friends with me since I was 11 years old.
Oh wow!
And me, Brandy, and Ray J used to sing at a park in Watts called Will Rogers Park, which they now call Ted Watkins Park. They from Mississippi, but they moved to Carson. So the only thing cracking in South Central LA was these shows that was hosted at Will Rogers Park, and we would do these talent shows. And Brandy used to say to me at 11 years old, "You a star." And it would make me so uncomfortable because, for one, I didn't know what it was. I didn't have no way of wrapping my head around this word. I didn't know what I was supposed to become. It's almost like somebody saying you're sexy, but you don't really know what it means. You don't know
Or
what
to do with it.
clothes,
Yeah.
what your haircut should be, or how do I embrace this word that someone is suddenly calling me. So, yeah, when I was young, bro, my whole life I've always been, what people would define as magic. Like I know how to make everybody feel good around me. I have this charm, this charisma, this energy that you know, I'm a communicator. I've always been a communicator. I've always been considered an old soul. So, you know, there was nothing about me that says, yeah, you were born and raised in South Central LA, but it was very clear early on that I was born here, but I'm not of here. I'm not of this Crippin' and blood and gangster selling drugs, excessive force, murder, you know, anything that's going on, prostitution, whatever I grew up in and around my whole life, nothing in me early on felt like the outcome of my life is going to be the environment that I grew up in. So, sorry for the long answer.
No,
but yeah,
I'm-
that's
yeah.
the truth.
I for sure thought I was going to be in a gang when I was growing up, because that's all that was around me. You know, so as we run around little kids seeing all the gangsters, like that was the cool thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, shoot, let me carve this pitchfork in my arm. Let them know that I'm trying to be on. I'm trying to be part of it.
Pitchfork.
Yeah.
You got to explain
from the
that.
Midwest.
Midwest.
But what does the pitchfork mean?
That's just gang
Okay,
stuff
hold
that I
on.
don't need to be part of.
Okay,
right?
got you.
At an early age, but I'm making a parallel because
No.
I didn't have this magical thing that you're having at that age. Like I was more invisible.
But you know what? Everything about singing or doing music, they look at you as soft when you in the hood. If you in the hood for real, sing, nigga, fuck out of here with your singing at, you know.
I was just in the choir though. I wasn't like
Never did none of that.
I was rapping is what I was doing.
Yeah, because we got Black Tie and the Hurricane.
MC
here.
Hurricane. So I was rapping
Both
in
of
the
y'all
hood.
here today.
MC Hurricane.
Yeah.
I've never heard that name.
Yeah, I mean, you know. Yeah. I only pull it out.
I
when
was in a
need it.
rap group called Triple Impact.
Triple Impact.
Triple
so it was
Impact.
three of y'all.
It was three. My boy Michael, my boy Randy. It
Yeah.
was three of us.
So in the hood, you know, that's what you did.
Yeah, because
You rapped.
I'm in Watts, right next to Compton, right next to Long Beach. So the pressure to rap for me was on a whole nother stratosphere because we got NWA, Ice Cube, Snoop out of Long Beach. Like West Coast was the West Coast
Yeah.
and what it became because of gangster rap on the West Coast. So, you know, I wasn't trying to be Nate Dogg, you know, with my singing. And I was like, well, maybe the singing shit ain't for me.
But
So
you knew you could sing. You didn't know.
No, I did not know I could sing till I was like 14. But,
so in the talent shows with Brandy and Ray J, you singing or rapping? Are you
oh, sorry, I was singing,
okay?
but talent
know
shows,
that- yeah.
talent shows, and getting on stage to sing wasn't this definitive thing that I want to do this for my life.
It's not what you had set
And
out.
other than being in that talent show singing, I didn't feel safe, and it didn't feel welcome on any level in the hood. Get your singing ass, get your soft singing
Right.
ass, whatever that may be.
So you're in the rap group when you go and audition for the commercial? Are you still
no, that
rapping
was
yet? Or are you
the rap thing happened many years before that.
okay?
And then I started wrapping my head around singing, but did not know that I wanted to make it a career, you know, because all right, well, here's this talent show. Let me fall in. It's no different than niggas playing basketball.
Right.
Or you know, I played Pop Warner football. Not no sports nigga like that, but I played because that's what you're doing in the hood.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know, it's masculine, it's alpha. You ain't doing no singing. That shit is soft, you know, on a hood level like where I'm from. So singing was discouraged, you know, and I wasn't singing in the church. So it's not like anybody who's in the hood that's going to church is looking at this kid singing in the choir, lead singing. None of that was happening. So I had no gateway into R&B, no gateway into, boy, you sung your butt off the other day.
Right.
Yeah,
I hope
yeah.
the Lord continue to use you. And I never had none of that. So my thing was skip church, even though I was in church, I wasn't in church singing. Skip church and whatever energy that can create for me with my vocals in the hood, and now go straight into singing. It's Crips, Bloods, gangsters, essays, police, prostitution, murder, and this nigga out here singing.
This nigga say.
Yeah, this nigga out here singing. Shut the fuck up and let's get back to this crippin'. That's just what it is. So, you know.
But what was the moment where the singing finally made sense?
The singing didn't make sense until the Coke commercial happened, and
How old were you then?
I was 16. So yeah, it did not. Nothing became like, oh, this could really happen for you, till I was 16.
Did
with
you
the
go
Coke
back
commercial.
to Lock High, right?
Yeah, I was
Did
still.
you go back to Lock High after that commercial came out?
I was still in school. I was still in
How
school.
is that?
Yeah.
It was good. It was cracking. It was good energy. But I was already the most popular nigga on the school campus. It didn't happen after the Coke commercial. I told you, every room I go in, I take over.
Yeah.
Every situation
So
I get in.
The commercial was, in a sense, expected.
Nobody at my school to this day, if you run into any of my real niggas, like for real from school, male or female, nobody is surprised about anything that's happening for my life and career. They all knew.
Wow.
It was obvious that I had that oil on me and something was going to happen. And it was not like I'm, holding good notes at 3 years old or playing the drums at 3, or he's a genius. I had none of that going. But once you met me, 7, 8, 10, 12 years old, something was on my life, and it was very clear. Before I knew I could sing, before I knew anything about talent, I was already this, as people would say or describe, a magnet, a star. Something about me had this energy on me that whenever God figure out who and what you are destined to be, you gonna be something. Didn't know I can hold a note. Last thing I wanted to do was act. Last thing I wanted to do was a businessman, entrepreneur, anything that I'm doing today. The reason why it's all such a big deal to me is because I'm still in disbelief that any of it has happened in general. So, yeah, to know that I have this aura or this magnetism or energy all over me, everywhere I go, class clown, cracking jokes, something is on this guy. Can he sing? I don't know. Can he rap? I don't know. Is he an actor? I don't know. None of that was discovered back then. So after I did the Coke commercial and I was singing on the bus, that's when it confirmed in my own spirit, okay, so maybe this singing thing is for you. Because at that point, maybe singing thing is for you. Because at that point, I'm trying everything. I played baseball, football, basketball. I ran track. I was doing it. I was like, I got to figure out what God has in mind.
You
for me.
played basketball?
Yeah. You
Why
see?
he can't play basketball, man?
You see? You see what I'm saying?
I let him get away with football. I let that slide.
Just slow it down. Go easy, Reese. You play basketball?
I was just gonna let him rock.
Yeah. It's
I
all
was
right.
just gonna let him rock.
Tank ain't good at everything.
Tank
Tank ain't good with everything. With
Listen,
long ass on. He
You
can't
over
do
6 feet.
everything.
You got me there.
6'1", nigga.
You got me there.
You
You over
niggas
6
is
feet.
crazy, bro. You niggas are crazy, man.
So I did not know what my talent was. I just knew, think of me as a personality. That's the only thing I had. When it come to cracking jokes and clowning, there's nobody at my school that could fuck with me. They'd be like, yo, it'd be like bagging or cracking joke. Like I was the king amongst my whole squad. So once the Coke commercial happened, the Hollywood thing would have been check out of school, you famous. I felt more safe at school than anywhere else I went. Because everything about me cracking jokes and having a community of my tribe, all my hood niggas, everybody from my school, that was school for me.
That makes sense.
And I did not want to graduate. I'm sorry, I did not want to check out because of this sudden fame. So I graduated in 96, but I was supposed to graduate class in 97. So my music teacher, rest in peace, who was my father, Reggie Andrews, he created a program called the Quatre program. And I was like, okay. He said, yeah, I'm going to figure out a way to get people to do 4 years of high school in 3 years. And I was like, and we were the first graduating class of the Quatre program.
Wow.
So what he did was he created a 0 period that happened before first period. So you have a credit for doing that class.
Yeah.
And then he made us do 2 years of summer school. And the 0 period and all of the credits you get for summer school
Made up for
equaled a whole nother year of high school.
Wow.
So I did 4 years of high school in 3 years, and I graduated with great grades. And so everything about, I knew that I wanted to stay in school, but I also knew that things was happening so fast. Praise God that this man came up with this quad trade
It worked out for
program
you.
Worked
because
out.
it was no way I had it in me to do a whole nother year of high school with the energy and momentum that was happening.
So you the Coca-Cola man.
Yeah.
It's going crazy. Who calls you and says, I think we have a meeting for a record deal for you?
Well, how the crazy thing is, they actually called my high school and said that they were looking for a male black 16 through 18 for a Coke commercial. It was a national audition. They had went to D.C., New York, and all of the major, Atlanta, went all over the place. And this was the last city, and this was the last location for the audition. So my music teacher, Reggie Andrews, took the call. And the day of the audition, I was 2.5 hours late because I didn't have a car. We didn't have a ride. So my music teacher, Reggie Andrews, in his burgundy van, had to do his job, shut down the department, and do the whole thing. And then he ended up giving me a ride to the audition. So you talking about favor, serendipity, the breakthrough. It was meant to be. You were destined to. Mm-hmm. You can give me all of those because that's what happened. I was 2.5 hours late. The only reason that the lady who was doing the audition wasn't gone because her ride was stuck in traffic. So I got there, and all of her equipment was packed up, and I just started begging. She was like, "I'm so sorry, it's over. I'm just waiting on my ride." I was like, "Please, please, I want to do this audition so bad. I didn't have a ride. I didn't have money to get on the bus. You know." I begged, and her name is Tony. She lives in Oakland. Right now, we're still in touch. She pulled out her camera. I auditioned. I put on a backpack. I had on some headphones that they gave me. I remember I sung "This Is How We Do It." I sung "This Is So Hard." It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. I did that. And then I also did "Tell me when will I see you smile again."
Yeah.
I did that in the audition. I did like 5 songs.
Oh, you
But
just, you just going.
Oh, I was just giving, because there was no set song to sing. They just wanted to hear you
And
sing.
it was over anyway. So you
It
like,
was
listen,
over.
I'm
I'm like,
gonna
fuck
sing
it.
to you until your ride comes.
That's it. We're gonna keep this going. So the crazy thing is, this is the beauty of determination and not letting your pride and ego get in the way. All right, well, if I'm late, hey, just appreciate, man, good luck with fun. Fuck all that. I came here to get that.
Yeah.
I came here to get that. And if you still here, we're gonna figure this out.
Right.
So she seen that determination and that fire in me. And she knew that I wasn't gonna take no for an answer. And I praise God for her to this day. So she said, okay, it was almost like, okay, you charmer,
Yeah.
right? Going back to the oil and kind of like every room I walk in, there's gonna be this I'm gonna disarm you. I'm not, if you have this preconceived thought in your head, fuck, I can't stand, that nigga irritate, I'm going to figure out a way to disarm you and have thoughts hopefully have thoughts about me that wasn't there before you met me, type of deal, And it's not manipulation. That's not me determining to flip every room, because I'm not going to be able to flip every room. But she said, okay. And she went over, grabbed her bag, and when she started hearing me sing, she said, go warm up. Just go over there. She's irritated. She go to her backpack, start unzipping shit, pulled out the tripod, the camera. It's crazy because this camera's on a tripod. This is what it looked like. So she gave me this shirt that was like, had a plaid shirt and the headphones, and I did the audition. And then I remember maybe 2 weeks later, I was living in a house on Parmalee Avenue in Watts. Mm-hmm. And she called and said, you got the commercial. No, she said, you got a call back. And I said, what's the callback? She said, well, they want you to come in again. And this is what I'm going to do. This is crazy. Ooh, praise God. Whew. So as I mentioned, Reggie Andrews, my stepfather, who died last year, his daughter, Nia Andrews, who I went to school with, literally last week just came to my house. And she has a VHS tape of my audition.
Wow.
I have never seen the commercial. I have never seen the audition, bro. And I've been so emotional about having it. It's on a VHS tape. And I want to give y'all a copy so y'all can play it for this interview.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I have, not the Coke commercial, I have my Coca-Cola audition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just given to me last week, bro. Don't cry.
It's
Stay
3:40.
grown.
It's 3:45, Nick.
It's all right,
It is
man.
it's 3:45. It's about that time.
Come on, you got your tears on. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Your tears on timer.
Wow. What a moment. What
Long
a
way.
life.
Long way.
What a story.
How do you get to RCA Records?
There's a 20 record label bidding war when we had labels back
Sheesh.
Off of the commercial.
then. Off of the Coke commercial. 20 record labels.
20.
Yeah.
Thank
So
My goodness.
Daryl Jones, who we all love, from Atlantic
for the
Records.
night.
Wow for the night.
Wow for the night.
No. Daryl Jones was literally summoned by Andre Harrell to come to my campus. He was literally sent to Locke High School when I was 16. Andre Harrell said, go find him. He reached out to my music teacher, Reggie Andrews, said, yeah, you can come in and meet him. So now all these record labels is trying to sign the kid from the Coke commercial. They're now showing up on my campus in school. Daryl Jones, 16 years old, was on my campus like an NBA scout, courting me.
He told you he could hoop.
Shut up, man.
Different kind of hooping.
Courting me, doing whatever it takes to charm and give me whatever energy.
You like candy? You like honey buns?
Yeah.
What you like?
Shit.
You want a Sprite? You want a Sprite?
No, no, I
Sprite?
can get you a Sprite.
Can you just
Here's
Sprite? Yo.
here's your Sprite. It's Coke
You want a
commercial.
Coke?
Want a Coke?
You want a Coke?
Want a Coke?
Want a Coke?
What about a Coke and a burger?
I got Cokes. We
What
got
kind of
plenty
food you like? You like cheeseburger?
Like cheeseburger?
You know. So he's at my school, bro. A few times, Daryl Jones showed up.
Just popping up.
Popping up. Andre Harrell said, there is no way we are not going to sign this kid. At the time, rest in peace to the big homie. He was a legend, icon. We love you.
All of it, yes.
We honor you. We had the honor of giving you your flowers while you was with us.
Yeah.
But Andre Harrell, president of Motown at the time, summons Daryl Jones to my campus. Whatever it takes, we got to sign this Coke kid. And ultimately, because I knew that my life was the glass slipper. And what do we know about the glass slipper of Cinderella? At some point, they're going to take the fucking shoe. There was nobody in the world, okay? I'm a hood nigga, South Central LA. There's nobody in the world that can tell me or convince me 5, 10, 20 years later, you're going to still mean something to the game. Because even before I got on, we had seen one-hit wonders. We had seen people go crazy, sell all these records, do a second album, it bombed, they disappear. Seen a lot of actors come and go, a lot of directors come and go. Whatever that was, I'm just watching the game. And the insecurities in me, who never would ever believe that I would ever have a shot, the last thing I would ever think is you're going to get a shot and the shot is going to sustain into 20 plus years. So Andre Harrell, with my knowledge today, would have been the better choice. Mary J. Blige, Heavy D,
All of it.
all the above.
Jodeci.
Right, Jodeci.
All of it.
You know, this is a guy,
Yes.
a real music guy, not just an executive, not a figurehead of the label.
Savant.
a real guy.
Yeah.
Artist development, the visuals, the videos, really giving the artist an opportunity to mold and shape the direction and create art and music. But Andre didn't offer the bag.
I already knew it. I already knew he was gonna say that.
RCA offered the bag.
What kind of bag was it?
$2.5 million.
At 16.
16.
16.
2.5.
2.5.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what $2.5 million is in 1990?
You know what $2.5 million is in 2023.
Yeah, it's a lot of
It's
money.
still
I
spent.
stretch it.
Yeah, man. You feel
I
me?
stretch it.
So, but obviously, that's not $2.5 million that was given to me in my
Right. Of
course,
pocket.
yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
budget. That's the the cost of the album, the videos, just whatever. So yeah, $2.5 million. I bought my first house at 16, 4-bedroom, 2-car garage, right off the golf course in Hawthorne.
And Hawthorne.
Yeah. So they said there was a one nigga, it was a hood nigga walked up to me. If you sensitive about the N-word, sorry. There was a hood nigga that said to me, hey man, he never seen this kind of money. He said, man, because it's so crazy because all my real ones from South Central LA Watts to this day, bro, there's a lot of people name dropping and telling stories. You got history versus his story. All my real ones, they're all so happy for me to this day. Not jealous, give me real love. Doesn't matter what I'm doing and how far in between I see them. All love. So a hood nigga walked up to me, he said, hey, Reese, go kill that shit, bruh. Exact words. Go kill that shit, bruh. Hey, listen. Any nigga ever try and come at you, don't try and be us. We do this Crip shit 24 hours, 7 days a week. We do this for real. If anybody ever try and come at you, just call us. We don't need to be with you. We need to be a part of your clique, your entourage, traveling. Most of us is hood niggas. We don't like to leave the hood anyway. Go do your thing. And oh yeah, don't be one of them shoulda, woulda, couldas. I said, what does that mean, big homie? He said, don't ever be able to say you shoulda, you coulda, and you woulda. Go buy a house. Go make certain investments because if the shit hits the fan a year or two from now and nobody's calling your name, just have something to show for it. So at 16 years old, because of that conversation from the big homie, I bought a house. And after I sold the house, 14
What you mean
some
sold the
years,
house?
I sold the house 10, 12 years later, whatever.
Oh, I thought you
Sold
said
the
you got the house. And
No.
You got fucked up fast.
No,
and
no,
then
no,
said
no,
to
no,
sell them-
no.
Okay.
10, 12 years later, I sold the house. I ended up with 2 houses. My second house I bought in Temecula when I was 22.
I remember that.
So I had the Hawthorne crib and I had that crib. That was $540,000. The one in Hawthorne was $197,900.
That's crazy.
And my mama had to co-sign for my crib because I was only 16. You got to be at least 21 in California to own a home. So my mom co-signed and I moved in. And so when I sold my first house after 12 years, whatever it was, because I knew nothing about business, knew nothing about real estate, the woman, the realtor said, oh, you did really well on this house. I said, what do you mean? She said, yeah, you got a lot of equity. I said, what's equity?
What's that?
She said, well, the house was bought for $197,900 and now it's worth $415,000. So I said, so what does that mean? She says, well, your house is paid for, and when you sell your house, you're going to be able to get a much bigger number. I said, so they're going to give me free money? She said, yeah, it's equity. And I was like, so I paid this and I'm going to walk away with way more?
Yeah.
And I've been living in the house the whole time? She said, yeah. The gated community you live in is all fully built, and the value of all of the homes in your overall neighborhood is all went up.
Yeah, I went out.
I could not believe it, bro. And now I know what equity is. Now I know what pulling comps is. Now I
Yeah.
know what I know a whole lot of things that I didn't know at the time, but just the idea that the big homie had that conversation with me.
Right.
And I said, well, I don't want to be a shoulda, woulda, coulda. And not only did I buy one, I bought 2 houses before I was 22. Because if it all hits the fan, you know, if I get one hit out of it and it's over, I at least own a home with equity.
Well, let's talk about that one hit. Cause nigga,
Yeah.
boy,
Boy.
sweet motherfucking lady,
Praise God.
Jonte Austin.
I'll tell you, Austin.
Troy Taylor.
And Troy
Troy Taylor.
Taylor.
And the characters.
And the
at time.
characters at the
Characters.
time.
Before
Listen.
there was the underdogs, there was
Yeah,
the
there was the
characters.
characters.
Yes, there was.
Yeah.
Listen, I remember the first time I heard that record. I'm like, oh, he's out of here. Because I had seen the commercial. And I'm like, oh, dude, dope. Because as singers, you can hear the smallest little inflections,
Did
little
I just
things.
hear Cuz? Or was you making a point?
Huh?
Because Cuz, as singers, did you say that?
Nah, not me.
Oh, okay.
No,
I'm like,
I'm,
so
not, I'm not from LA.
Okay.
I don't play no
He'll blood
LA.
you, but he's not gonna give you no
I
color.
don't play
All
no
right, I got
LA
you, I got
games.
you. I'm wearing your color.
I'm from
Wearing
the
your
Bay.
color.
No,
it's not about the color. The Bay use blood differently.
We not.
Okay,
It comes
gotcha.
from young blood. It comes
Young
from
blood.
pimping.
I thought I heard Cuz, man.
You know what I
I'm not a
mean?
crib either.
Yeah,
Never been
yeah.
ever in my life. Don't beat me
You
up.
sure
in
do a lot of
Vegas,
crib
man.
dancing. I'm
We
just
don't
saying.
gang bang. We don't gang bang in the
That
Bay.
was for the movie.
But so I hear, you know, as like we said, we hear things as singers, and I'm like, oh, he got it, he cold, that nigga tough. Even from that little piece that you sang on that commercial, wasn't a whole, it ain't a full song, it ain't nothing. But I was like, he got something. But then you just know music, it's like, what comes next? Sweet lady, bro.
Sweet lady. Verses was I don't want
Nobody else.
nobody else but you. And that's when I was like, because I was at a performance you were doing, and I was watching you warm up, and when you warming up, you did a backflip. And I was like, oh, this nigga really trying to be me.
Only gymnast.
This nigga really want to be me.
Oh, you flip too?
I've been I flip.
Man, stop playing.
Put the 20 handsprings in a row. Sherman
You got a
Park.
trampoline in your front yard.
Niggas
Yeah,
just said
absolutely.
So what are you
Sherman
saying?
Park.
What are you saying
Y'all about
after
to
the
go
interview?
have a
I
flip off
flip.
at the. You niggas is
Are we
too
doing double backs?
grown
I
for this?
flip.
Are
I
we
do
doing
double
flip-flop, flip-flop
I did
back?
double
Are we-
backs on grass. What are you talking about?
I did double backs on grass.
I'm talking about grass. Nigga. You don't want that
Grass.
work.
Yeah.
You don't want this work.
I
We're gonna
can't
be
do a
fucked
double-
up. We're gonna be
I'm about to say, nigga, I can't do a double back right now.
It's about to
Hell
be
no.
fucked all the
Hey,
way
nigga,
up.
hey.
Yeah, we fucked up.
Listen,
Yeah.
for you guys that don't know, these guys are born 2 days apart. So I know what this is. Double, triple back.
Capricorn, baby.
Triple
Yeah.
impact over
Hey,
here.
Triple back. Flip flop, flip flop, flip flop,
Hey,
flop.
come on, man. You
Flip
niggas
flop back.
crazy.
That when I saw you do that, and I was like, okay, like because I wasn't out yet. I was kind of signed to RCA, but I wasn't, I wasn't working, and so I was just kind of following you around, still following Genuine around. I was like, you did that backflip. I was like, oh, he's good.
Yeah, it was a part of my routine. That's what he
He's
was doing in the
good.
hood, man, on pissy mattresses in the
Yeah.
field.
Easy.
Backflips.
But then Sweet Lady came out. Me, Cliff, and Jerry sitting upstairs. I'm like this. Oh,
Yeah, it wasn't no turning back. And what are you about 17 now, right? It took about a year between.
The album was released in '98. I did Nobody Else. First of all, I was a video vixen first for Usher. It's a vixen. Paying my dues.
yeah,
you
that
know?
was.
No, but that wasn't before Sweet Lady.
It was.
it?
It was before Nobody Else.
It was.
Was it?
Yes.
I just knew you, so that's why I'm thinking.
Yeah, I did My
Shit,
Way
I
video
never-
with Usher.
Yeah, I never realized that.
Frank
That was-
Gatson. Shout out to Frank
'Cause
Gatson
Frank
on the
was-
plug.
Yeah,
I don't know if I would shout out Frank Gatson for that. I don't.
Why not?
I don't.
I would. He was doing the whole video. With
Yeah, I
Usher.
just don't think that was the look. I just don't.
You don't think that was the
Me
look?
and you had this conversation. I remember us having that
You don't think I
conversation
shoulda
at
did that
time, too.
video?
That's crazy.
Nope.
Wow, you gonna say this 20-some years later?
Nope.
Well, I'm sorry, Hank. The video is out there.
It's like when
I
it's
can't
like when
way
delete
to
it on
get it
YouTube.
known.
it's like when Prince turned down Bad.
There was nothing compromising about doing the My Way video, with Prince telling stories about what Michael Jackson wanted him to do.
No, Michael Jackson wanted him to be the villain in the video.
But there was some things that he wanted him to either say or
No,
do
it
that
wasn't
made him
nothing. It was
uncomfortable.
just be the villain. I'm gonna beat you up. I win.
Gotcha.
And the first lyric of the song was, "Your butt is mine." He's like,
That's
"Not
what
my
I'm
butt."
saying. Usher didn't do that. Usher didn't do that.
He told you. He told you he liked it his way.
Okay, pause. 20-something later.
Was
pause.
those the lyrics?
No, he's saying that to the girl.
He's
No, I
saying
know that.
She
Yeah, he-
likes it my
He's
way.
saying to your girl, she likes it. She telling you about your girl like it my way. Look out.
I mean, no, he definitely took your bra.
He took your girl.
Did he take my girl?
Yes.
I need to look at the video. again.
He took your girl.
Fuck you. This,
Listen,
this feeling has been festering for years.
but I tell you like
Reese,
this.
that wasn't a good look.
Sweet lady, cure it all, baby. Could nobody take now?
She likes it my way. And he took my girl. Wasn't my girl. It's his video.
It was a girl you wanted. That's why he had to tell you, whoa, bruh. She like it my way.
Whoa, Coca-Cola.
Whoa, Coke. Whoa, Coca-Cola.
Whoa, Coca-Cola.
Whoa,
Whoa, bottle man.
Whoa, bottle man. She like it my way.
This nigga right here.
Huh?
Hey, man. What's wrong with this guy?
Yo, man.
But sweet lady.
All right.
Yeah.
You
But
know how
I
many
didn't even know what Sweet Lady was,
you know
bro.
how many songs I made like Sweet Lady?
Did not know.
Oh yeah.
Was it written for you?
Yes.
It was.
No.
It was tailored for you?
No. John Tay Austin wrote it when he was 16.
For him.
Yeah.
Hell
So
of
it was
a
a song that they were sitting on,
hell
I
of a
think.
writer.
But they didn't. Yeah, Troy Taylor, God bless you. To this
Yeah.
day, I've stuck to the formula. I don't sing backgrounds.
She's
Troy
fat.
Taylor's
Is
all
Jonte
over.
singing the backgrounds? Or Troy
No,
singing the
on my
backgrounds?
first single for 2,000 watts, Jay Valentine
Man, we ain't got there yet.
sung all.
Hey,
You know that song, I Like Them Girls? All of the vocals.
Probably some ad libs still there too.
Yeah, it's what you said. He's like, oh, I'm gonna get a shot.
Hey, listen,
I'm gonna get a
Reese
deal.
will keep
No.
all of it.
Hey, listen, that was never the intention.
Yo, you hit
It was
that
not
shit. Thank
supposed
you.
to.
Thank you. Thank you. Many years later, Jay Valentine's. There would be no I Like Them Girls.
With an S,
you.
with an S, J
Times.
Valentine's.
You hit that thing.
No, nigga,
I
that
like
was-
them girls.
That was just purely a
Come on, can
a
you give it
demo.
to us?
Hell no.
You're a
Just fly.
singer. I know y'all new song.
It was fly.
You can't
You know-
give us.
We're
you
not
can't-
skipping steps,
you know how
Reese.
high that
Can
Your
you
pod.
confirm?
Reese,
I just want the
Reese,
fans
You're
in
not
real
taking
time.
over the pod.
Okay, I'm
You're
not
taking
taking
over the pod.
Got to take over Spirit. Calm down.
Relax.
Can I get some water?
Relax. I gotta have the
You
room.
guys have water for this guy, man. It's right there.
It's a-
It's right there. Your water's right there.
Thank you.
No, he's good. He's good.
I
he's
just
good, he's
forgot.
good.
I got it. We're good.
Relax. I got
He's skipping steps. There you go again. Skipping steps.
Give me-
First of all, sir, y'all didn't give me no pre-interview to tell me the structure and what we're gonna cover in
going-
whatever
we just
sequence.
going-
What we're
you know?
covering is you.
Okay, and I just wanted him to
just
give some
jumping.
love and sing. I Like Them
You're
Girls.
You're not
'cause
even at
he's-
that song yet.
What?
We still on Sweet Lady.
They gonna come
Okay.
on my podcast
Well, I
and
just-
tell,
And
me
tell you to sing.
Sing, monkey. No,
Sing, no.
motherfucker.
Sing light skin monkey with the baby hairs.
What the fuck, man?
All right, I'm gonna
Where
calm
you
down.
going, Tank?
We were talking about Troy Taylor singing all the
Okay.
background,
Yes.
and I went to the obvious. You did it before Troy. Would I like
no.
that? No, that's not true.
That's
Go ahead.
look at
Tell-
you.
tell-
You
tell-
this
tell-
nigga
Go ahead.
can't follow.
Go
Sweet
ahead.
Lady Super Smash. You're on track to be extremely successful.
You know there's gonna be a 2-part.
It's
No,
fine.
absolutely.
It's fine. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You're on track
And
to
you're
be
going on tour. It's got to be a 2-part.
You said what?
And you're going on tour, so it's got to be
Yeah.
a 2-part interview. Go ahead.
Extremely successful. At this point, are you really starting to understand what's happening around
No.
you?
No,
You have no idea.
no clue.
Wow.
Completely in disbelief. Going back to that humility and humble and gratitude, which I'm still humble and grateful.
You ain't that
But
humble. You're not that humble. You might be grateful. You're not that humble.
I was talking to Tank.
It's kind of.
Is this what y'all do? Is he's throwing lobs, ad libs in?
Yeah, and then
I heard. Like,
we go back and
yo,
forth.
Yo,
with
Jay
it.
Valley, I heard you, motherfucker. Okay, so
I don't think. Let's address that. I don't think Tyrese is not humble. I just think.
Nigga said he was born with the glow.
He did say he was born with glow. He just said. I just think he's strong.
Is there anything wrong with that?
No.
And
No,
I
no.
didn't say it about myself. This is
Yes,
what
you
people
did.
said about
No,
me.
You said it. You said it. You felt it. Your body moves when you got that glow. I just think Tyrese is Ty is just a strong personality. And
Yes.
anything he says, you know what I'm saying?
I did not say I was born with a glow.
You did. It could be taken like as a
thing
baby,
called magic.
as a
This
baby,
thing called magic.
as a baby.
You ever heard of magic?
When the doctor pulled me out, it was like a light, and my mom was like, "What's that shine?" And he was like, "That's your baby." You know, so that's basically what you said.
Get your shine on.
Get your shine on.
What's that shadow? That's your baby.
That's your baby.
Yo, is that a halo?
Jeez.
Oh, man, get some Velcro on your seat.
this
Kind of got
budget.
it. That's why we put it on the carpet.
Shouldn't be sliding.
Yeah.
Send the budget, Jay Valentine. Fix
Because
that.
you had your feet up sliding.
Yeah, you doing everything. You can't
The
sit
bottom
still.
of the seat should not be sliding like this because I won't be the first or the last to laugh.
Everybody has
And
survived in
it's
that
just
seat
all-
until you can.
All right, whatever. It's in the budget, Jay.
Here's what.
Velcro. Fuck out of here. R&B Money Podcast with the sliding seats. Go back to what you were saying, man. Your seat ain't sliding, nigga. I'm sitting on the couch
What's
next
wrong
time.
with you? He's strong personality, strong in believing in what he feels, and sometimes you cannot hear what he's saying versus how you feel it's being conveyed. Because when Tyrese talks, it's theater talk. I don't know if you learned that from Ving Rhames or
No.
if that was just, when he talk, it's like it's a moment. You know what I mean? So you being able to control rooms,
But you got the
It's-
same thing, Tank.
no.
No? Okay. You don't have a strong
I have a strong voice.
Alpha.
But your natural entrance, as soon as you walk in the room, you're already there. Hey, what's going on, everybody? How you doing? Yeah, okay, all right, yeah. Like it's immediate.
Y'all are funny, man.
But and so people can interpret
Can we get
that.
a R&B Money Podcast?
You need a fan?
No, just a paper towel. Is that in the budget?
Yeah. Listen to budget.
And does your paper towel is it gonna leave any white lint on my head?
Let me just get
Okay.
you. Let me get you some. Get you some air.
No, I don't want air. I'm cool. I just want to wipe off this gloss.
You gotta
On
wipe
the
me
hot
down.
seat.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Jay ain't
The
got to
hot
worry about that. You know what happens when you got curls?
It goes to the hair.
No, it's just cool
As soon as
niggas.
that
Cool niggas
moisture
don't get
kicks
hot.
in, it goes.
Cool
right
niggas
into the
don't get
curly
hot.
top.
Niggas don't get
But anyway,
Yeah.
you have no idea that you about to sell a boatload of records and go crazy. Amazing moment, amazing song, and then because I want to jump to Jay Valentine, and I like them girls.
But there's a backstory to this.
Yeah,
All right, please. I don't remember.
No. So, because before the record was just us kicking it.
Mm-hmm.
You come out of the studio. At this point, I'm working with Damon Thomas, and one night we just in there, we vibing, man. We working, and you like, Jay, I got a long ride. You want to roll with me? I'm like, what, nigga? What are you talking about? We in Encino. I'm like, well, where you live? Because I'm, my whole thing too. I'm like, we both young, 18 years old at the time, I think. I'm like, damn, this nigga got to drive wherever he see, it sound far. He like, yeah, I got to go to Hawthorne. I'm like, what the fuck is Hawthorne? Nigga, I'm not from here. I'm like, what is Hawthorne? Like, nigga, about an hour or something about from here. I'm like, fuck. Nigga guilt trip me. I'm like, all right, dog. Cause he, nigga, we in the studio, we working, we doing little shit. We ain't moved to know I like them girls. This is down
Right.
the line.
yeah.
So I'm like, fuck it, bro. I roll with you. Man, this nigga get to Hawthorne. I'm thinking this nigga sleepy. Soon as we get to this nigga house, he got drums in the garage. I'm like, nigga, I thought you was tired. Nigga, I thought it was the guest room, nigga. It's you in this big ass house by yourself, a townhouse. Nigga, show me my room.
Was not a townhouse.
What was it?
It was a 4-bedroom house.
Oh, here you go. Here
But I
you
mean,
go.
don't disrespect.
This
There you
this
go.
is when,
I'm 16. Don't downplay my shit.
You're not 16 now, nigga.
Well, I was
You're
18. I was 18. I was still in it was a house.
He
out of
had a
town.
house, man, but they were
Why
connected
you
to
gonna
other
put the word
houses.
town in
It's
front
a
of house?
townhouse.
I be trying to
Hey, you hear me?
say-
Hey, you hear me?
I'm trying to maintain that he's humble, that he has
He's
some
not,
humor.
and I said this a long time
He's
ago.
not.
So,
He's not a
and he's not tired. Like, nigga, it's 3, 4 in the morning. He like, hey, cuz. What are you doing, man? This nigga on the drum?
beating the shit out.
This nigga's on the drums now? So, I'm still trying to find my room at this nigga's house, man. I'm like, I ain't never been here. Where do I go? He's like, no, come here real quick. Come here real quick. He grabs a stack of papers. I don't know what these stack of papers are.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen a movie script before. I don't know what that is. He like, look at that part right there. You read that part. I'm gonna read this part. I'm like, what? It's 3, 4 in the morning, bro. He didn't play drums. Now somehow I'm his co-star
Yeah.
in this movie
Yeah.
that will become Baby Boy.
Wow.
And I'm reading lines
is
back from him.
great.
And I don't remember the lines. I think I'm probably Omar Gooding part.
Bing
Bro,
Rames, something.
I might be Bing Rames.
You
Shit,
might
I
be
don't
Bing
know.
Rames.
But
Cause see what you motherfuckers don't realize.
but he's like, no, Jay, just read those parts. I'm gonna read mine back. And I'm watching him transform into Jody.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking to myself, this nigga could act.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it to him,
Yeah.
but I'm thinking it in my head. I'm like, damn, bro, like this nigga just handed me this stack of papers that with all the, which I said, will become a script. And he going through the shit, and he's go full South Central LA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Give you the whole thing.
He twists the voice a little bit.
Yeah.
Everything is a little extra'd out.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, damn, this is cool, man. This nigga really, he got some other shit that's brewing.
John Singleton that just came to my house probably 2 days before you came.
That's crazy.
And made me read the Baby Boy script cover to cover. I had been running from John Singleton, rest in peace, for like 6 years. Remember, I used to host on MTV, MTV Jams Countdown. So John, everywhere I went, and Ice Cube can tell this story, everybody John has ever pursued. So I'm not saying that to sound facetious or be facetious. He pursued me as an actor and would not let up until I finally did a film. So he actually wanted me to do Shaft, and that role that Busta Rhymes had in the film was something that he wanted me to do, and I told him no. Because I was so on a music high that I had been chasing for, 3, 4 years, whatever it was. I couldn't imagine myself being on a movie set, and as corny and as crazy as this sound, I didn't want none of my homies to say I went Hollywood.
And the movie would be Hollywood.
The movie would be Hollywood. But now that I know what I know about the phrase, which is stupid as hell, like it cost this twist in this word cost me so many opportunities and so much money. You have no idea.
Yeah.
Hey, that nigga Hollywood. That's what I never wanted them to say about me.
Yeah.
But being Hollywood or going Hollywood, it's not because it's an acting choice. It's a personality type.
There it is.
When your nose is up in the air, you think you too bougie, fancy, too rich.
Yeah.
You acting all arrogant, stuck up, standoffish, and this and that. Now nigga, you changed.
Yeah. You can
You
do
went
that. You can do
Hollywood.
that anywhere.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It's a
Yeah.
general
Yes.
hood word
Yes.
Yeah.
and a phrase that's been thrown out there forever.
That holds people back.
Yeah. Oh, nigga, you changed. Has killed many careers.
Yeah.
That nigga went Hollywood. He acting brand new. Has killed many careers.
Yeah.
Right.
So you end up getting away from every dream, all the shit that keeps you up at night. You get away from it because you're so concerned about your homies thinking that you're going to change on them. And then now, at 44 years old, I can say, you fucking right, I'm going to change.
Goddamn right.
You fucking right.
Yeah.
You know, and so if you think of me as Hollywood, I got 10 billion in box office on my name. So I'm not Hollywood meaning personality. All my real ones, love is love. But I did not want to do movies. After John chased me for 6 some years, because I was afraid of homies in the hood I grew up with saying you changed and you went Hollywood.
Wow.
And imagine that, T.
Imagine missing a classic.
Yeah.
Shaft.
No, it's not Shaft.
Baby boy. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You know, because you'd already missed one.
But you had already, but you had been running from him
Yeah.
for that long.
Yeah.
And something, as you go into, you know, the chosen speech or the divine always finding a way to make sure you get what you need for the journey.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you what made me do the movie.
It wasn't me.
No.
Cool.
Running lines with you did not get me further
I
into.
fucked up your whole shit.
I know you want to be able to say as the light-skinned man with the beige milk cream sugar on the motherfucking sweater with the stripes. I want you to be able to
I
say.
read with him and I really
read,
gave him.
You know what I mean? If it wasn't for me,
No.
you can't say that.
I said, no, Reese, change that line right. Don't do it like that.
Because he just put me in all the places, right? So that shows you
it
right
happened,
there.
but the baby boy is not included.
It was
You
John
too.
Singleton.
right
Right
there.
it was me.
Yeah, no, so I'm gonna tell you what happened. John Singleton said to me that he wrote the movie for Tupac. Tupac was supposed to be Jody, and he literally wrote that movie with Pac in mind because they had already done a couple things, Poetic Justice, blah blah blah. So when Pac got killed in '96, he basically, it was never announced. He was never in pre-production. It was just something that he was writing with Tupac in mind. And so, yeah, when he got killed in Vegas, John was depressed for years because that was his best friend, soulmate. You know, they just linked and clicked up. You know, John was always a super weirdo, but he a hood nigga, and he loved who he loved, and he loved me, he loved Pac, he loved Cube, and blah blah blah. So. Yeah, when he told me the story about the fact that he wrote this movie for Tupac, and he has not met anyone before me that he's like, these are his words, not mine. You remind me of Pac. You loud, you funny, you were alpha, you know, you got all, and then you was raised by your mama, you know, no father in the house. Afeni Shakur raised Pac, so he was making all these connections to Pac, to me, and he said, you remind me of Pac. You vocal, you outspoken, you're not afraid of no controversy, politics, life, love, spirituality. You know, I wasn't book studied like Pac, but he said you remind me of Pac. I'm not talking about rapping, I'm talking about just as an overall energy. Yeah. And when he said that to me, that fucked me up. And it created a feeling in me that was never there. From just him chasing me to be a movie star. I wasn't interested in that. I was out here getting some real sweet lady vaginal activity.
I know you were.
The vaginal activity was cracking. And I wanted no parts of hitting the pause button on this level of juice that was flowing.
Come on now, talk the talk. Talk the R&B talk.
Okay, that's real shit.
Talk the talk.
Now listen, I was very happy that I wasn't heavily associated to the church, you know,
So
because
there was
nobody able to play on me and say, "Oh, look at them, he's singing in the church, and now he out here singing devil music with all these groupies around." You know, shit that Tank has dealt with. That wasn't my story. So I was never heavily associated to anything.
What groupies are you? I've always been an upstanding church
Sir.
member of church.
Sir, you're not only were you born and raised in the church, but you're also a PK. You're a pastor's kid. So you're all the way
Pastor's
in it.
grandkid.
Yeah,
PGK.
Okay, so your pops, your grandfather. My grandfather,
Grandmother.
I'm a PGK too.
No, my grandmother.
Oh, praise God.
Yeah. Oh,
Well, I'm playing
so-
games with him.
My
Dr.
grandfather,
Pastor Mary Jean Giles.
my grandfather was a pastor.
Okay.
So we're one and the same.
Yeah.
My grandfather, rest in peace, name was Reverend Ellis.
Yeah.
Okay. The woman he got pregnant, name was Bobby Gibson. And back in the day, back in that era, if you ever had a child and you wasn't married, then the child would automatically get the woman's last name.
Yeah.
So my
So
grandfather,
you really Tyrese Ellis. You learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
T.
No.
Ellis.
See Ellis. You don't
Gibson.
Like that?
If you'd have been Tyrese Ellis, you'd have been able to hoop. Ellis
Wow.
is a great
What about the
hooping
drum?
last night. Just the arms right there? No, sir. No, sir.
So,
So let me- and-
my
and-
grandfather had a major church in St. Louis, Reverend Ellis, and so just like you, man, we love speaking, we love pouring spirituality, putting our motivational,
Yeah.
inspirational
Did you
out
say
there.
porn or you say porn?
Pouring.
We love pouring
Oh.
into
Yeah.
people. We
Yeah.
love.
Okay, I'm about to say, you
we
got
love
tricky.
pouring in. It is a natural thing for
Yeah.
us to want to help and uplift and build. I got 5,000 videos all over YouTube with my motivational, inspirational stuff because I first of all, I want people to know. I've never said this publicly. I want people to know that I do carry a particular level of guilt about being this successful. It wears on me. And so my way of giving it all away is to write the longest captions and to post and put up my inspirational videos and do interviews where I'm talking and pouring because there is somebody who wanted to commit suicide before they seen this interview that we're doing right now. And if you understand the responsibility of the stage and the platform, not just on some groupie and fun and bling bling and what you driving and what you living in, as we all know, multimillionaires kill themselves every day.
Yeah.
People that's got the biggest homes and private planes, they kill themselves every day. Which means that you may be broke and feel like if I had money, then maybe these suicide thoughts wouldn't be there. The suicide thoughts will still follow you into your bigger net worth. So for us to have the stage and the platform and the voice and not use it to benefit people who believe in us and don't believe in Jesus.
Talk about it.
There's people out here who don't have nothing that they've tapped into. And the fact that I continue posting about the goodness of the Lord Jesus Christ, and I say, the Lord Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. There is no such thing as inhaling and exhaling without God. The fact that I'm even sitting here to talk about anything that's ever been achieved and done is because these are the things that God had in mind for me and had in mind for y'all. And who are you to be threatened and insecure and intimidated about what somebody else have when I didn't even think I would ever have it for myself? So I do carry a particular level of guilt, which is why I always go out of my way to give it all away. Now, what I say and how often I say it may not work for people, for some, and that's fine. But guess what? You may be all right in your life. So all this rambling and long ass caption, all this motivational stuff you got going on, that ain't for me. I'd rather go listen to Jay-Z or go listen to somebody else. Go listen to Kanye. Go listen to somebody else talk about whatever it is they talking about. So that's the beauty of social media. Unfollow. But as far as you following me, I just need y'all to understand, I don't have a lot of friends. These are my closest friends sitting right here, and I don't see y'all that often. And we live up the street from each other because I don't necessarily want people around me like that. So my way of feeling like I'm giving it all away and I'm returning the love and feeling the pressure of success, you becoming successful is not going to be because you see me pull up in a Rolls Royce. I have a responsibility to give people the information and the details of what I did and how I went about it in order for them to go, oh man, that's how he got it. Don't be inspired by the nigga with the shiny building. Be inspired by the man that's willing to tell you the details of how he got the shiny building.
Yeah.
Because it's not lonely at the top if you help somebody else get there.
Yeah.
So long before I even got on, that's who I am. That's always who I've been. The reason my phone rings and people want to have those conversations with the gun in their hand, and we've all gotten that call from somebody at some point. I don't know why God trusted you to call me in this moment, but I first want to tell you, I thank God for you just being willing to call me to tell me that this is what's on your mind.
Yeah.
And we're going to figure it out. And it happens.
Yeah.
So I just want y'all to know, like, yeah, singing is cool. Being a movie star is cool. But I feel like that's a gateway into what God is using me for. And some of my messages, some of my approaches to the message may make you feel a way. It might be uncomfortable. You might, oh, he's trolling. Oh, he's so annoying. He's cringeworthy. I've seen it all in my comments, but it hasn't stopped me from pouring into people, because you never know who, when, where, and why someone needed that message at that very moment. Not as a pastor, not as a prophet, not as someone at the pulpit.
Yeah.
Just me understanding my stage and my platform and wanting to build anybody who's willing to let me build them up. That's why I do it.
And even the way we got into this conversation, you know, vaginal activity.
Yes. They deserve untreated wood.
Yeah. Going back.
I mean, it's a great segue though, because we were talking about I like them girls.
Exactly. So
Right,
going
yeah.
back,
So
I want to say this before he went TD Jakes on us.
The seat is sliding.
Pick the seat, baby.
The seat is sliding again.
TD Jakes. And this is no disrespect.
that means the disrespect is coming.
No disrespect to Tupac Shakur. He's you know, absolutely amazing, phenomenal human being. You were perfect for that movie.
I was perfect for it because Pac never got a chance to do it.
I can't speak to that. What I can speak to is
Pac was
this movie, this role. You were so great and so, I hate to use the word perfect, but I mean, why not? You were so perfect in that role and in that movie that no matter what you do, you will never be able to shed that. Ever.
nor would I ever try.
You will always be.
A part of you is Jody for sure.
For sure.
Forever.
No matter where they see you.
Always be your baby boy.
And you're going to have, listen, you're going to have Fasts and Furiouses and Transformers and everything else that you're going into.
Transformers.
Four brothers.
And
Four brothers.
Four brothers.
Waist deep.
Waist deep. Black and blue.
Black and
Black
blues.
and blues.
Like you're gonna
Morbius.
you're gonna have successes, continue to have successes beyond your wildest dreams, right? Based on your disbelief. But that thing right there, that starting point right there, what a building block. What a foundational block to have your building standing on top of.
No, it's great.
I appreciate it.
It's great, bro.
I have a question. Really quick.
Okay,
Thank you for
want to
that.
ask the question before I go into I like them girls? The initial
Yeah,
thing?
Dave, let's
Okay,
hold the I like them girl
goddamn,
because
guys.
that's the start of part 2.
Okay.
Okay, all right. I just have a question.
Here we go.
I have a question.
Okay.
Please.
Yes.
Can I tinkle?
Nigga turned into Robert.
Please. You know what? Don't you say that.
R&B